Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg, Department of Trade Consumer Protection. The specialist is here, Michelle. She is back, and we continue our holiday series, keeping you safe as you go out and do that holiday shopping, or just if you want to keep up with the trends on how to stay safe during the holidays when it comes to consumer protection. We got the right person here. Michelle, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Happy holidays to you and everyone.
Happy holidays to you as well. Holiday toy tips. Consider safety and avoid scams. So when you think about toys, they have certainly gotten complicated. There's lots of parts and pieces and everything else in between. But also, you still got the toys that have been out there for a long time too that have sort of resurfaced or are being sold on marketplaces or third-party pieces. There's a lot of things to consider though, no matter what, when it comes to safety concerns. So in general, what would you say for toy safety? Where do you even start?
Well, you need to start whether you're buying your toy online or in person with considering potential hazards. Look on the packaging or for information posted online about product warnings and age grading, and take a few minutes in evaluating that toy to review those labels. They could reveal some really important information, a suggested minimum age or age range for using the product. It could indicate small parts, sharp edges, magnets, other choking and suffocation hazards, which could be really important when you have an older and a younger child in the household. Flame resistance, and especially important for toys with fabrics, and then safety verifications from testing organizations like ASTM International or UL, Underwriters Laboratory. They look at things like the electronics, the arts and materials labeling, and toys that meet those current safety standards that industry has put in place. And that indicates whether or not they are compliant with those. So don't rely on labeling alone, though. I really want people to examine the products before purchasing them to identify any potential unlabeled hazards. And this becomes important if you're buying toys secondhand or on marketplaces. Look for those projectiles, small batteries, and the risk of breaking and splintering in toys, because sometimes they can present those really unexpected dangers. And you always need to consider if there's an older or a younger child in the household and what you might be mixing and how one can access something that's not age appropriate for them.
And funny, I mean, the little ones always want to play with the big ones' toys and vice versa. So I mean, it seems like it goes hand in hand there that they're ultimately going to play with it. So I think that consideration alone, I think, is pretty awesome. How about the pressure of out of stock, fake websites, scammers? That think of the top toys. We get the list every year of what the top toys and stuff are going to be, and my gosh, of course, the kids want it. You're trying to get your hands on it, but you could get yourself into a world of hurt here for a lot of reasons because you're desperate.
Absolutely. If your search for the hottest, most popular in-demand item takes you online, we need to be aware that scammers may try and take advantage of that gift-giving spirit. Be cautious of those unfamiliar websites and sellers. Verify familiar websites are really the platform they appear to be, especially if they advertise popular products at uncommonly low prices, or that item that is so hard to get, it's out of stock everywhere else, but they seem to have it. That needs to be a cautionary warning sign for you, because you want to be sure that you are going to get the item you think you are and not something that's of inferior quality, and that you are actually receiving a product for that payment. So never enter your payment information before confirming a website is legitimate, and be skeptical of those third-party sellers of those otherwise out-of-stock items. Do checks on third-party reviews and search the website with words like scam and fraud to be sure that you are getting the latest information about a site, and if other people are having problems with it, and verify that there's no spelling errors, unusual phrasing. Do they have contact information? Maybe that is a brick and mortar store and maybe it's not, but you need to be able to locate an email or a phone number so you can follow up with them. And then again, use your credit card to make a payment so you end up with extra protections should you need to dispute that charge later on, whereas using some other form of payment won't provide that protection for you.
And if you want to stay protected all year long or stay up to date on the latest and greatest information that comes from Department of HA Consumer Protection, how can they follow you to make sure that they're getting the right information and protecting people, including themselves?
You can go to our website at datcp.wi.gov or call the Consumer Protection Hotline at 1-800-422-7128.
Thank you so much, Michelle, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Thanks.